Okay. In advance, I'm going to apologize for a refrigerator that may be acting up in the background, everything, and blah blah blah. Now let's keep going. Gotta do what I gotta do. Welcome back. And I'm also in the middle of revamping the guide, so yeah. Get ready to start crying because once we start talking about this one with Asmo, get ready to start crying once we start talking about this one. With Asmo, you'll be replacing your SOP trinkets or Yahtzee trinkets 3 out of 3, your BB cord, your BB accessories 3 out of 3, and your BB mods, excluding the BB accessories. If your shit don't look like this before you get started on Asmo, then do not fucking look here. Now this section introduces you to a new type of variety of gear figure called Legendary Gear. I will also warn you that you'll have to transcend your Asmo trinkets and you'll be saying goodbye to your awakened trinket skills unless you get the awakened skills in periops. Without further ado, let's get into this hellhole, shall we? To access the place, actually here, the first screenshot of this torturous grind. Now repeat after me, okay? I will take my stupid ass, and you better fucking repeat it to yourself or I'll fucking stab you, to Hunter's Night and do the fucking quest. You better fucking say it. I want this shit crammed in your fucking head, because you're gonna need this for your alts too. And I will follow the quest to Ganem District. I will do the quest for Asmo there too. I'm not fucking playing with this stupid ass. You better fucking do it. And after I'm done, I will follow the quest to Girl Station. You're not done yet. Keep reading, bitch. And I will do a big brain and follow the quest all the way from Girl Station until I get the Dream Theater Reverse. That's right. You're going to take your stupid ass to Dream Reverse after Girl Station. And I will do the quest in Dream Theater Reverse until I unlock the raid. Nah, that wasn't hard, was it? Good, I'm glad we had this conversation. Now, after you do the content will unlock. The minimum TCP requirement for this content, it's no longer a raid anymore. It's actually a content now. It literally just updated on CC. So it's a content now. It's 8 mil TCP. Now, please do not fucking rush your TCP to get a good item level. Nope, fuck you, no excuses, item level over TCP. I don't want to fucking hear it. I will yank your teeth out if you rush your fucking TCP. I'm not fucking playing with you. You want to be a dead weight. You do not want to be a dead weight when you go on this content. Especially if you're going to solo. Because I know some of y'all are going to be trying to solo this shit. Some of y'all are not going to ask for carriers. Some of y'all are going to be trying to solo this shit. You don't want to be dead weight when you do this shit. It's still the same. Yes, they lowered the HP of the bosses and made it easier, but you still don't want to be dead weight, or you still don't want to, have a hard time with trying to get this gear and everything. I'm especially talking about y'all in the back trying to gear skip. Yeah, I'm talking about y'all too. The reason why is because the content will fuck you over in a team. They still have the air shields and the back overload shields. And I'm pretty sure after I just said this, some of y'all said, what? What's a back and overload shield? I don't know what that is. Exactly. So you want to be ready. When you do this content, I want you to be ready. You need to be ready when you do this content. Great. Glad we had that TED Talk. Now the content itself is similar to Roast content. Once you complete the progression bar, you'll get stuff like this. And I'm actually going to tab over to the game. Hi, hello, how you doing? Good? Great. Kind of scared? Don't be scared. I'm trying to teach you. I'm talking about this shit right here, the cornerstones and everything. Because you're going to need this. You're going to need the cornerstone of temple for this. This is where you drop legendary gear. Legendary gear like the ones that people are selling right now. And yeah, I'm talking about these legendary gear. And yes, that's actually a key, which I just showed you. Yes, that's right. The left mission finder, and that plays all the way to the top. Hey, a little side note for you. You can drop the Asmo accessories here from its respective boss. Ocean King Sanctuary. Yes, you can drop it in the Asmo bosses. And if you don't know what that is, which I'm going to tie back into the game again. I just accidentally clicked something. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so about the asthma accessories. By the way, this is an example of the asthma accessories. Perfect example right there. You can actually drop it. You can actually drop it in here. You can drop it in here. You can drop it here. If you're lucky enough, and I'm not sure if they changed it, but if you're lucky enough, you can also drop it in the respective boxes as well. You can also run the achievement for it, which I'm going to show you right now. You can actually run the achievement for it. And as you see, it's the same thing for Asthma V2, which I'll be touching in a second. I'll be talking about in a second. Okay, you can pretty much read this for yourself. You can read this for yourself. You can also drop illustration, armbands, everything. Now let's move on to the trinkets. Grinding the trinkets is shorter than before, so getting the trinkets won't take long. By the way, you drop non-transcendable trinkets when you do the quest. I advise that when you receive them from the quest rewards before you unlock the raid, you don't fucking throw them away. I'm not sure if it's the same, but I need to check character. I need to check off character. Like I need to do the asthma quest on the character just to check again. It may be different, but I've been told that if you complete the quest and everything, you get gear that way. Either way, if it's still this way, if they still drop the trinkets, do not throw them away. Okay, we'll skip this part. Yeah, because you can actually, you can, as you can see, as you're reading right now and look at the screen, you can actually see that you can still craft the models and stuff like that, and then you get my point. Look at the craft menu. By the way, seawater that you see in the picture, you get by salvaging the gear, which you drop from there. Same place where I said that you can also drop the asthma accessories if you're lucky enough. Drop it from there too. Skip that. The gear is also transcendable. Oh, and don't worry, I did a total cost. It may be different now. So, yeah. So let me give you the too long didn't read. This content, you can either you can stack keys and try to drop the red legendary gear, which some of y'all may be complaining about because it's red gear. Red gear is kind of hard to get, it's kind of hard to drop, but it all depends on your RNG. I mean, RNG is heavily in this game, but I mean, you get my point. So you can A, try to see if you can drop a 3x3 yourself, or B, if you don't really care about damage difference, you can actually craft the gear. You can actually craft and transcend the gear, or gear upgrade the gear. Gear upgrade will pretty much be here. You can no longer really call it transcending your gear. It's actually gear upgrade. You can actually upgrade your gear this way. Okay, so let's go on ahead and head over to Asmo V2. Yes, I even put that there for you guys. Here, you'll be worrying, go ahead and skip the non-part for blah blah blah. Here you'll be worrying about new triggers, and transcend your trinkets, and once again, a new full body suit. Now for those who missed out on the full body suits back in Period Ops, during the Period Ops era, you had 3 main suits. One to use against bosses with armor types like Transcendent, Unarmored, and Heavyweights. You would swap on the boss that you were about to fight. Yeah, you would swap based on the boss that you're about to fight. Think of it like Mutant PNA. If you've reached this far in gear progression, think of it like Mutant PNA. Like how you have to get yourself ready before you run in and fight a boss and everything. You gotta actually look at the armor type it has and everything. It was the same thing back then, but the Mutant PNA being like that, but more advanced. You will understand it. You'll understand it when you play the game. When you continue to play the game, you'll understand it more. Take my word for it. When you continue to play the game, it will become more easier to understand. You won't understand right now, But as you continue to play, you'll start to understand. Rest assured, you will start to understand as you continue to play the game. This time, using your new full body for every dungeon. Oh, and a new full body is stronger as well, just like the new triggers. Now let's get into it. Make sure that you've done your quest prior to unlocking Asmodeus version 2. Please do that, and don't be sitting up here running in CC General or running in global chat being like, how do you unlock Asmodeus V2? Just please go to the quest. I beg. Blah blah blah. We'll hold core. There's no core anymore. Well, actually, yeah, it's still core. Just, yeah. You get my point. It's BB5. Beelzebub 5. That should make more sense. When you finish that quest, you'll unlock the quest to do Asmodeus version 2. Asmodeus version 2 works like all the previous raids, except here on CC. Well, when it used to be a raid. Things are a little different compared to official servers. So here, we have another form of key that you'll need to get from the progression bar in order to enter the dungeon, blah blah blah. I'm going to show you that real quick. Down here, you'll see it. It's called Mutated Beginnings. That item right there, that's the key. That's the key that you need for the Scan Key version 2. And as you can see, you see Ocean Kings boxes. Those boxes will actually give you a chance to either drop the material to transcend to craft the triggers, or you can actually drop the trigger itself. Yeah, in the Ocean King box, you can actually either A, drop the triggers itself, the triggers that you need, but it's a chance, it's RNG. Or B, you can get the material, save up material, and craft the material over here. Let me see if it's the same though. I want to see if it's the same though. Like, did they okay, so yeah, you still have to transcend it. Yeah, so you still have to transcend it. Okay. And actually, I'm actually going to waste like 7 mil just to show you guys. Cause some of y'all don't even know what the hell gear upgrading is. So I'm gonna actually craft one and show you. So hit D, and it shows you these requirements. So you can either A, do this the grinding way, or B, you can do this the whale way. My guess would be you try to do this the whale way. But if you want to grind instead, or if you don't have a lot of chances of ulcer, this is also a good way too. It'll just take a lot of time. Go ahead and dismantle this. And if you dismantle the triggers, you can actually get stuff like this. Now, if you transcend the triggers, I'm gonna actually do this myself. I'm gonna actually do this for you so y'all won't make the same mistake. So I'm gonna trap in the trigger, right? Yeah, I'm gonna actually fuck up for y'all to see, so y'all don't make the same mistake. Alright? Now, say I transcend the trigger, right? Yep, y'all about to see me do some stupid shit. Now, let me show you what happens when you dismantle a transcended one. See? You still get the same amount. So, when you transcend the trigger, do not salvage your transcendent triggers. Like, if you're in a rush to get your triggers and everything, you can't wait, I advise that you don't dismantle your transcendent triggers. Now you've just seen why. Blah blah blah, holy thing, blah 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 blah, scan key, blah blah blah. Scan dungeon right there. It's on the thingy, everything. I'm going to show you where that is, so you won't be like, but Chi-Chi, where's the dungeon? Because it's literally right there. Though these 4 fucking dungeons. It's literally right there. You see the music thing right there. As for version 1, you see that right there. You know exactly what to do. You know if you want to get the keys. You know exactly where to head. It's right here. It's right here in this Mad Mixer. Both of these things. You know to do the bosses until you fill. You know to do the bosses until you fill this thing up, and then claim all the rewards. Then reset it. Then do it again. Rinse and repeat. Fill the thing up. It's gonna cost you. It's going to cost you. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's going to cost you if it's on cooldown. If the reset is on cooldown, I need to warn you, it's going to cost you. In fact, here, if I try to do this right now, it's going to cost me. Okay, okay. You clearly see a cooldown here. Now, that's out the way. Zoom in and see the pictures. You can read the rest of that shit yourself. Zoom in pictures. Full body. You know how to craft a full body now. Asthma full body, blah blah blah. You have 4 tunes to worry about. You know exactly what to do for your tune. Look on it. You can either look at the top 3 TCPs. Sometimes they're trash at building, and you can look at their stuff or whatever. Or B, you can try to figure it out yourself if you know your character. Okay, moving on. Triggers. I'm going to give you a 2 London read on effects. Asthma Blue works by BB Red. I'm pretty sure some of y'all are actually, in fact, I'm going to go to BB Red for you guys because some of y'all are stupid and like to skip gear. So I'm going to come over it. So I'm going to be nice. I'm going to scroll all the way down to where the BB triggers are so you can know exactly what the fuck they do. So I'm going to show you the BB triggers. I'm going to show you the asthma triggers. Because some of y'all are stupid as fuck, still skipping gear and everything, and don't know what the fuck some of this shit does. And y'all be missing out. So, Asthma Blue works like BB Red, but better. What is BB Red? BB Red. For long runs that are over 2 minutes, around 3 minutes, around 2 minutes, over 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, and above. Make sure that you don't die so that you won't lose your stacks. When you die, you lose your stacks. Asthma Blue works like BB Red but better. You use it for long-term runs because of the stacks. Just make sure that you don't die. Asthma Black works like BB Orange. Be careful about getting hit because you take more income damage compared to BB Orange. But at the moment, it's the meta until we get Beast King triggers. When we get Beast King triggers, go for the red BK triggers. Get the purple on the side for grinding purposes. Now, what the fuck is BB Orange? Yellow / orange 3 out of 3. For short runs, 2 minutes and below runs. It works as a debuff. I should warn you that you'll be taking more incoming damage compared to the other trigger sets. Still, it's a good trigger set to go for, especially if you try and send it. Asthma Green. It's BB Blue but better. What the fuck is BB Blue? For grinding purposes, gaining credits and dropping items with found item bonus. Okay. You use it for grinding purposes and it stats like its BB counterpart. The more party members, the more stats. The more stats, the more item drops. You can also use its triggers as a super armor. That's the only difference between Asthma Green and BB Blue. Asthma Green, it gives you more attack. Actually, I can show you. Because I actually have them on right now. So, it gives you more attack, like more physical stuff, like the basic stats and everything. Not only that, it can also give you super armor. That's the difference between the BB Blue and the Asthma Green. So which one do I go for? In general, and if you want to go by the KR current meta, you want to get the BB Purple. But we don't have BB Purple right now. BB Purple? BK Purple. Beast King Purple. Behemoth Ray Purple. You probably heard about Behemoth Ray in KR. Or on KR. So, let me clarify. So, the current meta, if we go by the KR server, is Beast King Red. You want Beast King Red for damage. You want Beast King Purple for grinding purposes. That's the best triggers currently on KR for grinding purposes. If you want DPS, the best triggers for that will be Beast King red. Why? Because it has better effects compared to Beast King Blue. Beast King, there are 3 colors: red, blue, purple. Okay, but Chi, why are you talking about Beast King right now? We're talking about Asmo. I'm giving you a heads up. Shut up and listen. So at the moment, currently, on this video, on December the 22nd, 2022, the current meta is Asmo Black. But if you want to, you can also use Asmo Green for grounding purposes, as well as you can use it for the super armor. But all in all, despite all the attacks that will knock you out of your iframes and shit like that, you can use Asmo Black. It's for general use. But if you want to like make sure that you don't get knocked out of your if you want to make sure that you don't get knocked out of your skills and everything, you can use Asmo Green for the super armor. But what you have to do is you have to make sure you have the Asmo trinkets or the MK trinkets. When you use the doll buff, and if you hit something, that's when the super armor will kick in. I'm telling you how the super armor will work. Or you can read it yourself if you actually will read. Okay? Okay. Asmo Red, do not touch these. I repeat, do not touch these damn triggers. Do not. I'm going to actually tell you why. I'm telling you not to touch Asmo Red. It's going to, so back in the Beelzebub era, when it used to be a raid and everything, we had Beelzebub models 2 out of 2. They had a random buff and everything. That random buff will fuck up your run, because not many people have RNG on their side, so they will have shit runs. Well, why did it have shit runs? The buff, we had 6 armor types at the time before they revamped it and turned it into Mutant PNA. The random buff was a damage increase, but from a randomized armor type. Say you were fighting, let's say, a Humanist boss. If you had the buff and everything, you could get like an Insectus boss. And you wouldn't get that damage thing. You wouldn't get that damage buff. It will fuck up your runs, especially for people who used to speed run. So this is not a buff that you want to use. This is not a buff or a trigger buff that you want to use. So you want to either A, go for black, or B, if you feel like you can't not die while using black, you can go for Asmo Blue. But all in all, Asmo Black is the way to go. You now have the explanation. You are welcome. Now obtaining the triggers. I already told you how to obtain the triggers. You did? Yeah, well let me read it again because you probably didn't listen. Now obtaining the triggers, you can either drop it from the reward box, or you can craft it once you get 20 Bloody Sea Waters. You can get the Bloody Sea Waters from achievements or the box in the progression bar. You can also get Bloody Sea Waters from dismantling the triggers. I literally just showed you what happens if you dismantle the normal trigger and the transit trigger. If you don't know how the fuck that went, you can literally go back to where I did it. Okay? Okay. Now, depending on your luck, this is going to be either a lengthy grind, because some of y'all are too lazy to actually grind, so we can still call it lengthy, because some of y'all are some lazy asses. Or, it's going to be a short grind for you. If you're actually dedicated enough, if you really want them triggers, and you really want to do that DPS, and want to spend money on that cooldown, despite the cooldown and everything, it can be a short grind. But if you want to be a lazy ass, and if you want to be a lazy ass, or if you want to be patient too, that's fine. You can wait until the cooldown. The cooldown for that reset bar after you reset it the second time is actually 3 days. It could have been a week, but they were nice enough to give us 3 days. You should thank the staff for that, by the way. It's the same thing for the Asmo full body. Yeah, it can be a lengthy grind or it can be a short grind. It can be a lengthy grind if you're gonna wait like 3 days for the reset and everything and not waste money, or just like for whatever purpose you have, like let's say you guys are too busy and stuff like that, or if you're really trying to get it right then and there, like right then and there and everything, you can reset the bar and everything. But I've been told that once you complete the quest and everything, you actually get the Asmo full body permanent and the trinket set and stuff like that. Not trinket set, yeah, trinket set and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it actually happens. Somebody confirm it for me, please. I've already done my gearing up and everything on 7 buys. Yes, the girl Chi Chi has 7 buys that she's has gear on and shit like that. She plays on 7 buys. But I'm not gonna give up another character. I'm not gonna go through the quest and everything. Why? You're the guy person. I've already done this shit. That's why I'm teaching y'all. I've already done this shit before y'all did. I'm teaching y'all. That's why I'm saying. I'm not sure if it's true. I've been told by one of my friends who had recently came back not too long ago that you can get the Asmo full body. You can get the Asmo full body if you complete the quest and everything. I'm just asking if you can confirm it for me. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking if you can confirm it for me, because I've been told that you can get the trinket set fully transcended, and you can get the Asmo. You can get the Asmo full body permanent. I'm not sure if it's true. Just confirm it for me. That's all I'm asking. Help me help you. Yes, help me help you. The trinkets that are not much to say. Remember when I set the stack up on TSP? That's also translates to transcendental elixirs, which you'll actually see right now. Well, you'll need them to quickly transcend your trinkets and triggers. Oh, and don't forget to use shape memory devices as well while you're transcending your trinkets. They will keep your enhancement level and tunes. You'll also need the TSPs for your triggers too, since they are also transcendable. See, it goes hand in hand. The whale way and the grindable way will be shown in the gear upgrade menu when it's time for you to transcend your triggers. Make sure that you save up a lot of transcendental elixirs that you get from either events, black market, union passes, and housing. You mainly want to transcend your triggers the quotation mark whale way, woo, whale, I'm a whale. Yeah, that way. Lucky for you, you don't have to worry about the trinkets since the green stones are 100% transcendable. We used to have transcendent stones. So let's go with 100% transcendable. You just need to worry about the shape memory devices. But triggers though, you know by now that Nautic likes to see us suffer. And yeah, the achievements right there. And I even went as far. And when it came out and I did the guide, I even went as far as to test it for you guys when it came out. I'm talking about this right here. Yes, I'm talking about this right here. I even went as far as to test it out to make sure that nobody makes the same mistake. I literally fuck up some. Yeah, let me actually give y'all something. When it comes to contents, I intentionally fuck up on purpose so I can show you guys not to do this shit. Yeah, you're welcome. You are very welcome. Now, good luck on grinding, and do not die or bitch and whine and cry entirely. Thank you.